Hello, hello, hello. Today I took my my third shot of Zepbound. And in this video, I'm going to give you an update on how it's going as I enter week 3. Hello, brilliant people. Thank you so much for tuning into the Zepbound journey with Ange. I'm here. I'm Ange, of course. Thank you for coming here to my channel. And I wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing. For those of you who are here for the very first time, I'm Angela Durant. My friends call me Ange, and I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and an entrepreneur, and I'm also someone who has struggled with the disease. I'm getting comfortable saying that the disease of obesity for most of my life. At my highest weight, I weigh 331 pounds. I'm a woman who is 5 feet 2.5 inches tall, 5 feet 3, right? And I've been to Weight Watchers many, many times. I've gained, I've lost, I've gained, I've lost. I've been to LA Weight Loss. I don't even think they're around anymore. I've had 2 bariatric surgeries, lap band surgery in 2009, in which I lost 157 pounds on the lap band, which is pretty incredible. I'm very proud of that. However, I lost the weight. I regained it. And 10 years later, I had the gastric bypass surgery. That was in 2019, and I lost about 30 pounds with that. I have a medical team now, an amazing medical team, and they are taking the 3-legged stool approach. And that is the medical team medication. And the medication that I'm on right now is Zepbound. It's, uh, it's a GLP-1. Hope I said that right. GLP-1 and GIP are the active ingredients in Zepbound. It's a terzepatide is, I guess, the formal name of it. The brand name of it is Zepbound, and Lilly makes it, right? Lilly Pharmaceutical is the company that makes Zepbound, and that is what I'm taking. So their 3-legged approach is the medical approach with medicine and doctors, the nutrition approach. So I have a nutritionist, and healthy eating along with exercise, along with movement, right? The 3-legged approach. I was prescribed Ozempic and maybe about a year ago. And I was on it, and I lost about 19 pounds on Ozempic until the FDA said, "You're not a type 2 diabetic." I'm pre-diabetic, but I'm not a type 2 diabetic. And that is, Ozempic can no longer be prescribed for you. So at that point, I was prescribed Wegovy. Wegovy came out, everyone was excited about it, and I was placed on a wait list. So that was back in August. I was on a wait list for Wegovy, and I'm still on a wait list for Wegovy. So because we couldn't get it, and if you call your local pharmacy as the time of this recording, you probably can't get it either, right? So my doctor then prescribed Zepbound. She was very excited about Zepbound. Zepbound came out in November of 2003. It hit the pharmacies in December of 2003. And then in February, I was prescribed it and denied. I was prescribed it and denied. They wanted me to do the other medications, but I can't get Wegovy. And something else I tried, it wasn't really effective. So now I'm here, right? Now I'm here. I'm taking Zepbound. Um, Today I took my 3rd dose of Zepbound. The dose that I'm on is 5 milligrams, and the scale is 2.5 milligrams, 5 milligrams, 7.5, 10, and 15 is the highest, right? So those are the doses. So that's the journey that I'm on. Some people do great on the 2.5 and never have to titrate up. Some people need a higher dose. I'm somebody who needs a higher dose. I know that to be true. So now I'm paying out of pocket for Zepbound. And as some of you may have heard, it's quite expensive. And I guess that's all relative, but the price of it is like $1,250 if you pay 100% out of pocket. I had a savings card, and with the savings card, I could get it for $550 plus tax. Okay, so that's where I am. I started my Zepbound journey at a weight of 296 pounds. I lost 10 pounds in the first week or so, and I'm here today to share my results with you of week three that I'm going into. Week three that I'm going into. So last week, I really struggled. Last week, I really struggled. I shared in my, if you haven't seen that video, you can watch that video regarding hunger. You know, should you still be hungry if you're taking a weight loss medication, right? And I struggled. You know, I was hungry. I was getting cravings. The sixth day, right before I took my dose two, I started feeling cravings again. Prior to that, I was fine, but I was like, oh no, this is not good, right? And then throughout the week, I had cravings again and had hunger again. So that's how I know that my dose is not to where it needs to be yet. But my doctor is already aware of that and warned me, like kind of educated me that may be the case. Okay. So the results, last week I struggled with hunger and the scale reflected that, right? As of this morning, I'm up 2 pounds, 288 pounds I weigh, right? So I promise to share with you the good, the bad, and the ugly with you. I want to be fully transparent and very honest with you. So I'm up 2 pounds, you know, and I was hoping that I would come today and I'd be like, guess what? I'm down 5 pounds, right? Not the case, right? Not the case. And, you know, I, I did have um, some not so great thinking this past week where I asked myself, you know, is this really going to work for me? Right. I think of myself as a severe case, somebody that's really struggled almost all of my life with obesity. And, you know, I know that the majority of people it works for, but maybe I might be the one off person that it doesn't work for. Right. So that negative thinking came into my mind. Right. I'll tell you how I handled that in a second. But I do feel like I'm a severe case. Then I remembered what I shared with you a few weeks ago regarding atomic habits, right? We talked about focusing on the system, not the goal, right? Not focusing on the fact that I have over 100 pounds to lose, but focusing on the system, the day to day, the small steps, the processes of what you do to get to where you want to go, right? And so it's not the one of the doctors said to me, you know, how much weight do you want to lose? I was like, over 100 pounds. He's like, no, no, no. You want to lose 1 pound, 1 pound at a time to get to your goal, right? And so I have another coach who always says, Ange, look at the data, not the drama. Make it about the data, not the drama, right? And so when I thought about that this week, when I was thinking, oh, is it going to work for me? Maybe I'll be the only one it doesn't work for. I was like, look at the data. And the data, the research for Zepbound says that the majority of people who take it, right, who have taken it in the past, the majority of them lose a considerable amount of weight. And you will too, right? So I had to tell myself that because I was starting to feel like, oh my gosh, not again with the scale up and down, up and down, up and down. Right. And then I found myself jumping on the scale every morning, you know, and if you're like me, you take everything off, earrings, everything off. You want to be as light as possible when you get on that scale, right? Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? But the data says that this works. The data says that this is a very effective way to take the weight off, right? And I'm trusting the data and I'm not feeding into the drama. Not that I won't have my moments, I'm sure I will, but for now, and I'm so glad and grateful that I have you as part of the community to help support me. You guys have been amazing. But this, I had to tell myself that this is a lifetime journey that I'm on, right? It's not just until summer, right? Or until somebody's wedding, right? Or until my next birthday. Yeah, I would love to be thinner and healthier by then, of course. But that's not really what it's about. right? This is a lifetime journey of health for me, right? So I wanted to share that with you because I promise, good, bad, and ugly, I'm up 2 pounds. And I also want to share with you the next thing I want to talk to you about side effects, any side effects that I've had. Because a couple of people have asked, like, are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? And so I started to feel like just yesterday morning, and that was the first time I started to feel like constipation was coming. Um, and I thought about what I'd eaten. I've been eating a really high protein diet, and not as much water as I'd been drinking before. Like the last 10 days, I've been drinking a lot of water, but last few days, I haven't been, right? And my doctor says, drink a lot of water, right? Right. In addition to eat a lot of protein, high protein, I have to get in at least 100 grams of protein a day. And I have to drink a lot of water. And I wasn't drinking enough water. And my body was saying, you need to drink water. We need more water. We're going to be dehydrated. Okay. So aside from that, no, I think I mentioned in one of my other videos, I had nausea for like 2 seconds. I was like, is that nausea? Do I feel nauseous? And then it was gone, right? So I don't know if that was a side effect or not. It was nothing prolonged. And then I haven't had anything else. No headaches, nothing with my stomach cramping, nothing like that. Okay. So I want to share that with you. The third thing that I want to share with you is something that comes from John Maxwell, his teachings in leadership. He has a book called Sometimes You Win and Sometimes You Learn. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. And I want to take the approach, and I encourage you to do the same thing, to think about it. If you don't have the scale victories, and I need to actually measure myself because I took a benchmark measurements, but I didn't measure myself, and I've been lifting a lot of weights, and I could be building muscle. One of the issues with this medication is that you can lose a lot of your muscle mass. So I've been trying to combat that with working out and using weights. But John Maxwell says, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So here's what I learned this week. Okay. The first thing is do what your doctor says and continue drinking your water. Do not stop drinking your water unless you want to be constipated. Okay. And I don't want to be constipated, right? Two, stay off the scale. And you need to stay off the scale, right? And the reason for me, some people can weigh themselves every day. What I found was it was becoming a thing. Like, oh, let me get on. Okay, let me wait until after I work out. Let me get on and then sweat. Let me go. Wait till I go to the bathroom. Now, like it can make you crazy with it. You're just trying to get another 0.2 pounds down, right? That needs to stop. I'm gonna start weighing myself just once a week. I think I just don't want any craziness because for me I feel like if it's a victory, I'm like, woohoo, I did great. And then maybe the things that I should be doing, I you know I get too relaxed with, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Get too relaxed with. And then if I gain, then I'm beating myself up like, oh, what did you do wrong? Like, you can't be messing up. You got to do this right. Like, you got to do it perfectly. And nobody has to do it perfectly, right? So for the scale for me, I'm going to focus on just weighing in once a week. That's my commitment to myself. The next thing is I need to consider, and I don't know, I'm kind of fighting this, a food journal, just to kind of keep track of what I'm eating. I don't know, but I put it on my list as something that I probably should consider, right? So I'll let you know if I decide to do that. But I think maybe it might be a good idea. I think I don't like the restraints, the restriction of that. But it may be a good idea. We'll see. The next thing I put down was that I need to focus on the system, not the goal. Remember atomic habits. 1% better every day is great, right? At the end of the day, at the end of the year, look how far you can go. I remember listening to this. It's a really great interview out there around Ozempic, Mounjaro, Saxenda, and Zepbound that Rosie O'Donnell did. And she talks about somebody said to her, she had lost like 30 pounds. in 6 months. And someone's like, it took you 6 months to lose 30 pounds. That's it. And she was like, I didn't gain, I lost weight. And in a year, it'll be 60 pounds, right? So little by little makes a difference, right? Of course, I want to be, us, fit and lean and all that by tomorrow. But, realistically, that's not going to happen by tomorrow. So it takes time. And again, um, you know, understanding that Rome wasn't built in a day, this body wasn't built in a day, right? And it's going to take time to get healthy and fit. Okay. So the next thing I also wrote down as a learn was, again, focus on the system. The next thing was be patient for the right dose of Zepbound. It takes time. Like you can't just get on Zepbound and go up to the highest, be prescribed for the highest amount. You would probably get really sick. Your body needs time to adjust, right? So I'm on 5 milligrams now. 7.5 has already been prescribed for me. It's already being ordered. So that'll be my next level. And I'll let you know if at 7.5, I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm feeling good here. I will let you know. If not, I'm like, I need a higher dose, right? I'll let you know that too. And then the last learning lesson again is that this is a life journey, right? And I need to run my own race. I love some of the videos out there and all the content that is educating and teaching us about all of these cutting edge weight loss medications, right? And everybody's journey, but everybody's journey is different. Some people may lose 15 pounds in 3 weeks. Some people may lose nothing initially, right? Some people may be able to tolerate the drug and some people may not. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. I heard people who couldn't tolerate Wegovy went to Zepbound. People who said Zepbound was way too strong. They preferred, Wegovy. Everybody is different. And again, I am not a doctor. This is just one girl's journey, sharing it with you, hoping that it will encourage you, inspire you, give you some insight into what this looks like if you haven't started your journey. And if you're on your journey and you're looking for community of people who really understand, who get you, because I get you, right? Then you're in the right place. You're in the right place. So I hope that this has helped you. If you find this useful, please subscribe. I'm getting so many subscribers. It makes me so happy to see all of you there. Subscribe and please keep your comments and your questions coming. I love it. When I go into my account and I see that there's a question there, I love responding to your questions and I'll respond to them as quickly as I can. You ask some really wonderful questions. And some of you are further ahead on the journey than I am. So I want to, learn from you too. So please, subscribe, hit that bell so you get notified whenever I come back with a video. Sometimes they'll be in between the week. I try to get one in at least once a week. However, I may be doing some more often depending on if I titrate up, if, I start getting side effects from something or whatever happens. I want you to know, be the first to know that, okay? So I welcome any of your questions and your comments. So please feel free to ask me whatever you like along this weight loss journey. And I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you haven't already, again, go ahead and subscribe. Share it with somebody else. If you know somebody, because statistics say that there's 70% of Americans are either overweight or obese. 70%. So there has to be other people out there just like us. And if you know someone who's struggling with their weight or who's considering medical intervention like Zepbound, then please feel free to share my videos with them, right? Share it with them as well. And then don't forget to ring the bell so that you get notified. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is a pleasure being here. This is such a wonderful and compassionate community. I am just loving all of you. So I just really appreciate it. And I just wanted to say thank you and thanks for tuning in. Take care and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.